What do you understand by commercial viability? So, commercial viability, when we talk about basically the ability of a business, product, or service to compete effectively and make profits. Will power owns some of its rising commercial right to the government support. So, generally, if they are having a profit and at the same time they are also having a commercial viability, and then they are adding some economic to the economic growth of the state or the country. So that is where if they have the government support very well in advance. So talk about, and let me tell you about how we discuss about the commercial viability. So we need to understand what startup life cycle path is all about. So you can see that at stage one is the uh, so basically I have classified into stage sixes. There are six stages of any startups. So in this particular stage six, the startups face with a lot of turbulent times, volatile environment. So that is where they need to focus. But the stage one and stage two is very important, because if they they rise, they will rise in stage, and they work on, or if they fall, they will fall to a stage two, which is more like the value of debt. But let's look at stage one. Stage one is where they work on basically the curve that indicates. So basically, the startup life cycle, the x-axis is time, and the y-axis is basically the growth. So startup must focus on growth side. So if they're not focusing on growth, that is where they're likely they will fail. So as I've already mentioned you about the reasons for the failure. So let's look at stage one. The curve indicates the rise and decline. So it will just go up as soon, and then it will decline because a lot of cash flows happen. So that this is where the cash is burned towards a product development or the prototype development. So now this, as soon as the product or prototype development or prototype happens, there's a lot of cash flows happen, and then you can see that the curve declines. So it declines to stage two, where it need to the co-founders need to focus on basically the strategies, basically the marketing mix strategies, so that they would evolve and reach a break-even point. So break-even point is a simple point where whatever the investment they have done, it has and they have got a return for that particular investment. Now at stage 3A, that is where they need to work on the commercial business viability. So suppose a startup co-founder has made, let's say, a product which he has made 100 units of particular product. Now 100 units are tested. I have given as a sample to particular target audience, let's say in Delhi NCR. So after receiving the feedback of that particular product, you would be in a position to design a business strategy. Or similarly, the government also or is supporting an innovation, let's say a robot which is working on a working as a in medical hospital. So as soon as the results would come from the hospital, then the government would actually ask the startup co-founders to go for a patent, and then would go for a licensing of the product. So as we the licensing or commerciality, that is where we enter into stage 3A. That is where we enter into the stage where we can do the export or the export of that particular product in the international market or the domestic market. So that is where we we can relate to the operational concept, make to order or order to make. So that is where commercial deal. So that means now that particular co-founder has an order of, let's say, 10,000 to make that product. So definitely the 10,000 is something to do with the order, and that is where now the co-founder would basically raise money from the venture partner to make those particular, and then would uh, would basically work on meeting the supply and demand side of it. Now as soon as uh, they have the commercial deal, they have the business, they rise, they do the growth, and they reach stage 3B. So stage 3B is where it's more something to do with, again, going forward for a rising of the path. So that is where they would go for a collaboration. They would collaborate with different international partners for supply and other thing activity. And then we can see stage 4 is, again, that is where they rise to the okay. So before we talk about stage the 4, 5, and 6, let me talk about the concept of VUCA. So VUCA basically for an entrepreneur stands for VUCA: volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and the ambiguity. So basically, this concept was used by U.S. Army during the war in 1987, but it has, because of the pandemic and lot of other events, it has now been associated as an entrepreneur also. So entrepreneur must understand, because entrepreneurship is more something to do with the journey. So basically, all the volatility side is associated risk of technology or the business. So basically, the co-founder, it's always a risk whether they are entering into the right technology or business side. And then the environment, the uncertain events, turbulence in the business environment. So you can see the pandemic is more something to do with the uncertain environment. And then sustainability and survival. So sustainability and survival is basically the complex events. So all the events, as soon as they have those business deal, they have the cash flows, there are a lot of things they need to work in order to sustain their organization. So that probably they would not enter again into, because you can see the graph would be rising as well as falling. And the ambiguities is basically the challenge to innovate again and again. So now we can see the graph, it looks something like this. So you see the red lines is where this is the point the VUCA plays. So definitely the first stage is volatility, uncertain, complexity, and then A would be above basically 3A. So 3 and 3B is where the startup co-founder should work on in the VUCA condition. And then we can see that stage 4 is more something to do with scalability. The scalability is the takeoff part of it. So takeoff is basically the more level of funds, valuation, and all those things come into the particular startup. The fifth stage is basically the maturity, which is where the company enters into social ecosystem impact and a kind of a social linkages, so that another rise in of the company towards the maturity thing happens. And as soon as they reach the maturity, there's likely chance that if they don't innovate. So Tim, you can see that I have mentioned is that every stage you need to focus on technopreneurship innovation in order to rise. And you can see that another chart which I have shown over here is like the first stage is 0 to 6 months. The second stage which is more like a product development stage, survival stage, which is 12 months. Commercial stage is 12 to 4 months. And the commercial viability is again 24 to 36 months. It's basically around 3 years. And then as soon as you cross the 3 years, scalability for another year, 36 to 48 months, and then maturity 48. So basically, you will see that if you follow all these particular side of it, then within 5 to 6 years, you would actually grow to the level of more something to do a unicorn club or a $1 billion club.